All right, so we got a little short. Cut a little short because Zoom is a money hungry, you know. But essentially, I was saying that Loomis's background checks are incredibly thorough, and they now have adapted these incredibly high-tech safes, even at their warehouses, not even at banks. Um, these safes have dual-factor authentication that require two people to open them, and they keep a record of who opens them. Um, my kind of final point was like Gant, and this is already going too long, and sorry, Professor Thomas, ahead of time. Um, but final point is honestly like it seems like besides Chambers, it was just a lot of people that needed a way out and couldn't really find one elsewhere. You know what I mean? Like there are probably 100,000 people at least that feel the exact same way Gant felt. He said in like multiple interviews afterwards that like he was just burnt out and didn't see any other way out. And it was like that there are probably, 30% of the workforce probably feels that way, if
I
not.
just I feel like there's probably, which is why I see what you're saying. It seems like such a realistic, you know, thought and idea that I'm surprised it doesn't happen more often. But to the scale and to the scale that you f yourself, it was
Yeah.
just like, how could you be so stupid?
But again, like at that point, you don't see any. Imagine like you're making, nothing and you barely getting by and you're handling cash every day, like enough that like
Right,
a pocket full would solve your problems. You know what I mean?
right,
That
yeah,
would be tempting even for like the best people and to have and in Gant's situation, he clearly is not like incredibly intelligent. And he clearly has people on his shoulder that are like telling him like, oh, this would be such a good idea. People that he considers friends that like he likes, at least in for Kelly Campbell, I don't,
loves.
so I don't know. And also like it is incredible to see like if you mess with like a corporation's company or a corporation's money or like the government's money, how quickly it becomes like a holy fucking shit. We gotta put an end to this right now. Like, and it's
Right.
just it's just kind of a telltale sign. If you want to have any effect on things, you gotta either hurt their wallets or hurt them. So either I'm saying we should rob a bank or we should just go beat up George Santos.
Or you rob a bank, I kick it on the side. You hand me all of the money.
Oh, and then I go to Mexico with
Well, ideally, we'd get you a flight to Mexico, but there's not any flights at that airport. So let's get you on
yeah,
a quick old bus, shoot you down to Atlanta,
yeah. I
and
take a bus
trust
from
me,
Fort Collins to Atlanta to get to go to the airport.
I got you covered from there. Don't worry about a
Don't worry
thing once
about
you're
it.
there.
I don't
Just
I don't see any reasons why I shouldn't trust you. It is sad because like in the interviews afterwards, Gant was like, "Yeah, I thought we were a team and teams don't turn on each other." And it was like, "Oh,
this poor.
no, it really is. He got dealt a pretty bad hand here."
I want to say
But again, like you're right that on this scale, we'll never see anything like this again. We will
because
never.
no one's that flipping stupid. It's
I don't even think it's a
insane.
stupidity thing. I think it's just an advancement. Like if you look at the advancements in technology for like uh police departments and just surveillance as a whole, like it has become a world where you can't go anywhere without there being some sort of video evidence. You know what I mean? Like if you left your house today, it is on video somewhere, unless
Yeah,
you live in a rural area. Uh,
yeah,
so yeah, I mean, I think you're right. Like there is a stupidity aspect to it, and I mean that's why it's kind of the funny story it is. But at the same time, like it's just not possible anymore. It's like the surge of serial killers that we saw in like the 70s and 80s.
yeah,
It had something to do with lead poisoning, but it also had something to do with the fact that if you just weren't at the scene of the crime, you like weren't being found. You know what I
yeah,
mean?
yeah,
Uh, so I mean, it's just the way that, and now we're seeing different types of heists. You know what I mean? Like, look at what's his name, Sam Bank Friedman. Is that his name? The guy, the
yeah.
big crypto heist, essentially. Like,
Well, that one's like more of a scheme than a
yeah,
heist.
you're right. Yeah. But you know what I mean? Like we're not seeing we won't see these like and it's weird because if you look historically like we have kind of put these like robbers, these like, Billy the Kid, all these people like these criminals kind of on a pedestal back in the day. It was like, whoa, like bank robbers like we learn about them, you know what I mean? And nowadays it's like
Serial killers. Or nowadays it's school
oh,
shooters.
oh, it is. Yeah, it's serial killers. That's I guess it's an escalation of what people are interested in true crime wise. All righty.
Uh, yeah, good
Well,
stuff.
Dr. Thomas, thanks for listening to us rant. I hope your commute's going well and that you have a good rest of your day. Ryan, do you want to say? Oh, and also, ignore Ryan's Zoom name. Um, actually, you know what? I'm just gonna cut that part. Ryan, do you have anything to say?
Don't bust Lars's balls for the rough draft. He's really sorry.
All right. Well, have a good rest of your semester or year. Bye bye.